What's up gamers, RussLyman here and welcome back to another Top 3 Tuesday video. This week we'll be talking about my top 3 favorite G.I. Joes. Coming up.
Top 3 Tuesday, what will it be? Sit back, relax and listen to me. It's Countdown Show. 1, 2, 3. It's Top 3 Tuesday, best day of the week.
Now, G.I. Joe is definitely a toy line that I grew up with and playing with heavily. The toy line started out in 1982 and went all the way through basically till now. It's still going. They skipped a few years here and there and the quality of the figures kind of changed, but I definitely collect it more in the 80s. I keep all my G.I. Joes right now in this old luggage case, and I actually use an old cigar box for all their accessories and weapons. Now, I definitely remember going to the store, Kmart mostly, and I'd be able to pick out 1 or 2 G.I. Joes, or maybe it was a Ninja Turtle that week, but I definitely like the G.I. Joes. They were small and compact and easy to play with. You could play with them outside and it worked because they would fight in a jungle or the environment outside, so it mimicked pretty much what you were watching on the cartoon or playing in the video game. And coming in at number 3 is Shockwave. Now this G.I. Joe here was released in 1988. It says he was part of the 7th series and was also sold in 89 and discontinued domestically in 1990. The thing that stood out to me the most was his cool camouflage. I never really seen the blue and light blue camouflage, and he looked pretty cool, and he came with a machine gun and a knife and a cool backpack. Really stood out to me, and I like playing with this one here. Coming in at number 2 is Alley Viper. Alley Viper was first released as part of the 8th series in 1989, and he was also sold in 1990, discontinued in 91. He is a Cobra Urban Assault Trooper and just looks pretty awesome. I like his getup. It's nice and bright. He's got a cool little mask here that goes up and down, and he has a shield and a gun. Just looked really cool and stood out to me. Fortunately, I'm missing his actual machine gun that he uses, but you could substitute his little sniper rifle here so you can get some sniping action as well. Now, a lot of the figures that I was drawn to was ninjas, because in the 80s, ninjas was very big, so there was a lot of cool Cobra figures that looked like ninjas. It's basically a ninja line, Ninja G.I. Joes, and I definitely collected those and geared toward those a lot. There was one that kind of reminded me of almost Scorpion or a Mortal Kombat character, because of his mask, and he had some cloth on him. That's until they actually released the G.I. Joe Mortal Kombat figures, and I ended up picking up Scorpion. Which then leads into my number 1 G.I. Joe figure, and that is Storm Shadow. Now this version of Storm Shadow is version 2 and was released in 1988. Part of the 7th series, and he was sold in 89 as well, discontinued in 1990. I definitely gravitated more towards Storm Shadow than that of Snake Eyes. I guess Snake Eyes didn't appeal to me as much because he was more tactical, I guess, and silent, where Storm Shadow really looked the ninja part in that cool white outfit there. I actually did a little searching where all the weapons were, and I did find Storm Shadow's red backpack with the red sword, and it just pops so much and looks awesome, so I'm glad I have him 100% complete. My favorite G.I. Joe figure. Yeah, I definitely have a fun time playing with the G.I. Joes. I said they were great to take outdoors and play with some of your other figures. You can mix and mash them together and even have them fight Transformers or, like I said, Ninja Turtles. Hey, bring them in the tub with you too. So I figured with this 4th of July weekend it was appropriate to keep talking about G.I. Joe. If you guys want to let me know in the comments down below what some of your favorite G.I. Joe characters are, I'd be curious to hear. And well, as always gamers, I'm RussLyman, and keep your world fun bit by bit. I'll see you next video. And I want to give a super shout out to my Patreon supporters, Dan Buchanan, Joey Ellis, George Sandoval, Joseph Riviera, Nintenjo, Joe Sheevy, David Apuzzo, Maynard, Brian Culpepper, TechWizX, Matthew Hannigan, One Up John, and everyone on my Patreon page. Link below if you want to join. and I'll see you later.